Yo, what is good, YouTube? Matty Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some more breaking news, highlights, takeaways, observations from the Houston Texans minicamp period. Now, it's officially over. There's no more practices until the start of training camp, which is in a couple of weeks from now. But I want to tell you some of the biggest news and takeaways that I've found over, some interviews, the reporters, and what I've seen during the highlights. Just want to keep you guys updated with everything Houston Texans. However, before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. Let's see if we get the video up to 400 likes. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join the family. It will be covering the entirety of the NFL offseason, which includes the rest of free agency, training camp, preseason, regular season, whatever it may be. I got you guys covered, especially everything with the Houston Texans, man. But without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Now, some of the biggest takeaways and some of the things I want to touch up upon is, CJ Stroud and Davis Mills. They look like they're going head-to-head, going back and forth, having good days, having bad days. And right now, it's not, cemented into the ground who's going to be the day one starter going into the start of the preseason, regular season. But right now, it seems like it could be CJ Stroud, but he did have a couple of bad days here over minicamp. I wouldn't say bad days, but kind of like up and down days. Now, one of his worst moments of the day was on a rollout, actually, and I found all of these from reporters, some sideline reporters who actually take some of this footage straight from minicamp. So there was a bootleg he had. He rolled out to his left, threw it. Nobody was even near him. It was a horrible play. Didn't really look too well. Now, the previous play was bad, but the next one, he actually had a very good play. He hit Nico Collins down the sideline for a huge play, and it was perfectly thrown. Couldn't have been any better. The defense had no shot at even touching the ball, so that was a good play by him. He had a bad play, so like I said, up and down day for CJ Stroud, and I would say from what I've seen, Davis Mills probably won day one on the 7-on-7 drills. He looked like he had a little bit of a better day compared to CJ Stroud. Now, also, I want to talk about Noah Brown. He dropped a pass out of the slot that would have been a big play, just hands up, dropped it. Didn't come up with it. Pretty bad play. You need to catch those ones. What else did I see? Brevin Jordan also dropped the ball in the end zone. So he needs to be a little bit better in 7-on-7. CJ Stroud, put a perfect ball right to Brevin Jordan. Couldn't come down with it. And then a little bit later on into the practice, CJ Stroud found rookie running back, I don't know how to say his name, Xavier Valladay for a touchdown, so that was a good one. But overall, it seemed like Davis Mills outperformed CJ Stroud in 7-on-7 drills. Mills had a beautiful day. I wouldn't, say that he's for sure going to be the day one starter come preseason, but as for minicamp, it seemed like Davis Mills was a little bit better, which you kind of expected. He's been here longer, had more experience in the NFL than CJ Stroud has had. Now, the secondary is going to be extremely fun to watch, guys. This secondary is pretty loaded right now. You got Steven Nelson, you got Derek Stingley, you got Desmond King. They also brought in Shaquille Griffin, Jimmy Ward, Jalen P. I mean, dude, this secondary is going to be lights out. Not only did they look amazing throughout the entirety of minicamp, but another guy looked amazing. Will Anderson was insane. I mean, without pads, he was as good as you could possibly be. And I do want to, take that into note as well. There's no pads on. There's no contact. So you guys have to take everything I say with a grain of salt. Yes, somebody can really stand out in terms of minicamp, but don't say, if this guy snaps throughout the entirety of minicamp, he's going to be a day one starter. But it's not going to be like that. Wait until the pads come on. Wait until this, a little bit more contact, and then we'll see, who can actually be a very big contributor in 2023. Now, from there, like I said, the secondary looks really fun. Will Anderson looks amazing, but one thing that's, has a lot of question marks around it is this linebacking core. Now, I don't know personally who's going to be the main three starters, and that's something I want you guys to tell me. But right now, they have a lot of guys that are, competing for starting jobs on this team. You got Christian Kirksey, a veteran who's been there. He's been in the league a while. He's got experience. I think he has the opportunity to be a day one starter. But then you got guys like Corey Littleton. You got a guy like Denzel Perryman, who I think could be a day one starter as well. And then, the 5th round pick out of Alabama, I believe. And I don't know how to say his name correctly, so correct me in the comment section as well. But Henry Tuotu, he's a guy coming from Alabama who I think could make a name for himself, start making some noise. There's one thing about him that I really like, and I've been hearing over the reporters. he's been a leader. Like, he's been, as a rookie, barking out orders, telling guys what to do, where to be. But his size disadvantage is kind of something to watch out for. And then you have a guy like Christian Harris, who, is a very good player. And I do expect him to be, the main starter. I think he's going to be their biggest player in this linebacker core. But let me know in the comment section down below, who's going to be the 3 starters? Is it going to be Christian Harris, Denzel Perryman, Corey Littleton, Christian Kirksey, Henry 202? Like, who do you guys think will be the 3 starters on this team in 2023? But from there, another question mark is the tight end room. Now, obviously, you have Dalton Schultz. He's probably going to be solidified as a day 1 starter at tight end. But who's going to be the day or the number 2 star or number backup is basically what I'm trying to say. Is it going to be Teagan? Is it going to be Brevin Jordan? Mason Trek? Is it going to be Jordan Murray? I mean, who is it going to be? Also, let me know in the comment section down below, which one of those guys do you see as being the number 2 tight end on this team in 2023? You have a 5th round pick in 2022 in Teagan. You got a 5th round pick in Brevin Jordan from 2021, and then 2 undrafted free agents, Jordan Murray from this season, and then Mason Trek was an undrafted free agent last season. So let me know in the comment section down below which one of those guys will be tight end 2. But overall, I like where this team is headed. Obviously, defensively, we already talked about the secondary is going to be amazing. Linebacker core, they got to solidify those question marks. The front 4, Will Anderson, we already know has been amazing. Sheldon Rankins is a solid player. Jonathan Grenard is a solid player. They need to find more depth, see which one of those guys in the backup or in the backups are going to really step up. Offensively, man, this is where things get very interesting. You got Nico Collins, you got John Mechie and Robert Woods. And then from there, you got a bunch of guys who look very good as well. In terms of Tank Dell, Xavier Hutchinson, Noah Brown, Amari Rogers. Those guys have been looking very, very good. So I'm very curious to see who's going to be the starting 3 wide receivers for this team in 2023. With that being said, there's a ton of question marks still with the Texans. Linebackers, tight ends, wide receivers. Who is going to be the starting lineup here in 2023 for Houston? One thing I will say, though, the offensive line looks really good, man. Kenyon Green, Laramie Tunsil, Drew Scruggs, Shaq Mason just signed an extension, Titus Howard. Offensive line looks really, really good. Running backs, Damian Pierce, Devin Singletary, Mike Boone look good. So, overall, I like what the Texans have done this offseason. I do think there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But in terms of their potential, I think it is sky high, man, for real. Especially if CJ Stroud can come out here and, keep developing as time goes on. I think this is going to be a great season here for the Houston Texans in terms of improvement. But with that being said, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Pro Class, the absolute best place for you to take your game to the highest level. It's the first of its kind sports training and development platform where you can reach your highest potential by learning from some of the best athletes on the entire planet. Some of these guys include Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Allen Iverson, DeMar DeRozan, and so many more. And I have some great news for you guys. If you guys go use my code, MattyDubs, you'll get 50% off hundreds of training videos, workouts, and drills, and you can get in the lab right now. So go check it out. Go steal some of the secrets from some of the top players in the world right now. And if you are interested in developing your skills at any level, if you play in middle school, high school, college, or if your goal is just to be a better athlete, a better basketball player, this is where you need to go. Nobody else does this. Go check them out, and you can learn, develop your skills at a fast pace, high speed level. Click the link in the description for instant access to all of the secrets in the world. And remember, using code MattyDubs will get you 50% off right now, so don't miss out on this offer.